I'm a researcher and also a startupper. And here I'm going to present what I've been playing, the prototype I set up using Zoe. What I've been doing, I was interested in setting up a prototype that was aimed at performing rehabilitation activities with people with Parkinson. So from this point of view, this you can see here. This is the description of the prototype that I did in my office. So the idea would be it's a pass-through application, as you can see, and the patient is kind of let me say invited to move within a space and grab certain objects with the proper hands, either right hands or left hands, with some sound feedback, and also some obstacles that you can see here. As you can see here, there is a mix of physical and digital objects the patient should be aware of. This is the sound. Yeah, and this is the grand finale. Can you stop a bit the video? Is it possible? So just explain. So um, as you may know, people with Parkinson, they have troubles in their gait, and in particular in their balance when they are moving. So the feedback we got from the therapists involved in these activities that they would like to see an applications in pass-through, because in a fully immersive environment could be too tough for the patients, where they can see, you know, the gym where they usually do the activities, but with this mix between, you know, physical and virtual reality, they may perform certain activities, certain additional activities compared to what they can do in their in the typical setting. So the good thing is that using Zoe is that I was able to set up a prototype a pretty short time, with some interaction, both visual and audio interact feedback for the patients. And what we have been discussing now with therapists is also to really try to leverage on the combination of both the physical objects and the digital ones to better, let me say, target the objectives, the rehabilitation activities as. So yes, this is what I've been doing. It was, I would say, a very interesting experience. I really enjoyed the fact that the prototype can be set up in a that the learning, let me say, curve is quite let me say fast. At the same time, there I've been discussing. I got a lot of help during the creator program from Sylvan regarding few features like randomizing the objects that was appearing within the environment, and also counting the objects the patients were grabbing during the experience. You may have seen from the video there were either apples or avocados to be collected, but of course you can have a much more complex interactions. Yeah, maybe we can go ahead. This is the recording I did from the gym, where you can see all the tools they are usually using. And yeah, the overlap between the digital and the physical objects. Yeah, this was one of the operators that was doing the demo. So it was after this quick demo, we also interacted a lot to see, you know, potential areas of improvements and few other things that we can introduce in the future release. And this is part of the activity of the research group where I'm working. It's a group focusing on using extended reality technologies for digital therapies. And for me, it was a really nice experience, actually, having the chance to set up such prototype in a very short time. It was, I really appreciated. That's it. I don't know if there is anything, or maybe Sylvain has some comments, or
No, thank
It
you
was
so
nice
much.
to work with you, and I appreciated your idea of randomization, and it really pushed me to try to find a solution. And I hope we did that. There is a whole system that is not visible, but using objects outside of the
correct.
visible frame that sets randomization to make the objects appear.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank
there
you
was a
so much for
question.
sharing your work with us. Oops, sorry. Oh yes, Craig has said, does people with people with Parkinson's, does their head shaking impact this?
Yeah, of course, there is, there are several levels of severity in Parkinson, and it may be one of the eligibility criteria. If there is too much shaking, or if they are in, let me say, in the off area during the day, it would be, of course, more difficult to do this kind of activities. They usually do it when their pills are, let me say, correctly handling their trembling. So yeah, it's a nice question, actually. But yeah, usually the operators also in the typical setting, they usually do these therapies when they are under effect of the drugs they are taking. Yeah.